The entertainment world is rarely quiet, but every once in a while, a story rises above the noise. A story that doesn't rely on scandal, chaos, or controversy to capture attention. Instead, it touches something deeper, something human. That story right now belongs to Jennifer Hudson and Common. When Jennifer Hudson finally confirmed her pregnancy with Common, it wasn't just another celebrity headline. It was a moment that felt personal, emotional, earned. And when she later revealed the gender of her baby, the world didn't just react, it celebrated. But to truly understand why this announcement meant so much, you have to rewind. Long before the glowing baby bump photos, before the viral captions, before the congratulations poured in from every corner of the internet, there was a quiet beginning. Jennifer Hudson has lived much of her life in the public eye. From her breakthrough on American Idol to her Oscar-winning performance in Dreamgirls, she has always carried herself with strength, grace, and resilience. Yet behind the spotlight, her personal life has been marked by profound loss, healing, and growth. She is not a woman who rushes into anything, especially love. Common, born Lonnie Rashid Lynn Jr., carries a different but equally deep story. Known for his lyrical depth, activism, and thoughtful presence, he has spent years publicly reflecting on personal growth, emotional accountability, and what real love should look like. He too has known heartbreak. He too has evolved. So when these two worlds quietly collided, no one immediately noticed. A meeting without fireworks but full of meaning. In 2022, Jennifer Hudson and Common crossed paths while working on the futuristic thriller Breathe. On paper, it was just another film project, another set, another collaboration. But behind the scenes, something subtle was forming. There were no dramatic sparks, no public flirtation, no gossip columns screaming romance. Instead, there were conversations between takes, shared laughter, mutual respect, a calm familiarity that felt almost unexpected. Crew members later described their connection as easy. Not forced, not performative, just two people comfortable in the same space. At the time, both were single, both were healing, both were in seasons of reflection rather than pursuit. Jennifer was balancing motherhood, her talk show, music, and her own emotional well-being. Common was deeply immersed in self-work, therapy, introspection, and redefining what partnership meant to him. Neither of them was looking for headlines. And that's exactly why what they found felt different. It was the quiet beginning of something real. What separated their connection from typical Hollywood romances was its silence. There were no leaks, no staged outings, no carefully curated paparazzi moments. Instead, they built something privately. They talked about life, about family, about Chicago, the city that shaped them both, about pain they had survived and lessons they had learned. They listened more than they spoke. They observed. They allowed trust to grow slowly. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, Jennifer and Common chose patience. And that patience would soon make the world curious. By early 2023, fans started noticing small things. Nothing obvious, just moments that felt warmer than coincidence. They were spotted having dinner in Chicago, laughing, relaxed, comfortable. Not hiding, but not announcing anything either. At public events, they stood a little closer, smiled a little longer, and spoke of each other with noticeable softness. Still, when asked directly, Jennifer simply smiled and said, "I'm enjoying life." Common, equally careful, stayed vague, but his energy had changed. His interviews carried a calm happiness that didn't go unnoticed. Fans began speculating. Social media buzzed with questions. Were they just friends, or was something deeper unfolding? They let the questions linger. In May 2023, the speculation ended, not with a press release, but with a moment that felt genuinely real. On the Jennifer Hudson show, Common surprised Jennifer with flowers. The audience immediately sensed something special. When Jennifer playfully asked him if he was dating anyone, he paused, smiled, and said the words that sent shockwaves through the room. "I'm dating a beautiful, talented woman. She's an EGOT winner." Jennifer blushed. The audience erupted. And just like that, the world knew it wasn't flashy. It wasn't dramatic. It was real, a relationship built on healing, not hype. What followed wasn't a media circus. It was consistency. Jennifer and Common didn't rush to brand their relationship. They didn't overshare. They didn't sell exclusives. They simply lived. They attended events together, took quiet vacations, spent time with family, and built routines that had nothing to do with fame. In interviews, both spoke openly about emotional maturity. Common shared, "She inspires me to grow, we're intentional." Jennifer echoed that sentiment, saying, "Love wasn't about grand gestures, it was about being truly seen. This wasn't young love, this was evolved love." And slowly, something even more powerful began to take shape. Once Jennifer Hudson and Common confirmed their relationship, the world expected spectacle, flashing cameras, constant headlines, endless social media updates. But that's not what they gave. Instead, they gave calm. And that in Hollywood is rare. After the May 2023 moment on The Jennifer Hudson Show, the internet exploded. Clips circulated everywhere. Fans replayed Jennifer's shy smile and Common's confident delivery over and over again. For many, it felt like watching two people finally step into alignment. Yet when the dust settled, Jennifer and Common didn't suddenly overshare. They didn't flood Instagram with couple photos. They didn't sit down for dramatic joint interviews. They didn't let the world rush into something they were still nurturing. Instead, they continued living quietly. Friends close to the couple later revealed that this was intentional. Both Jennifer and Common had learned the cost of public love in the past. They understood that not every beautiful thing needs an audience to survive. They chose protection over promotion. What made their relationship feel so different was how naturally their values aligned. Both came from Chicago. Both carried deep respect for family, culture, and community. Both believed in emotional growth, accountability, and spiritual grounding. Common admired Jennifer's resilience, not just as an artist, but as a woman who had endured unimaginable loss and still showed up with grace. Jennifer admired Common's emotional honesty, his willingness to reflect, heal, and evolve. They weren't trying to fix each other. They were choosing each other, and that choice showed in the smallest moments. As their relationship deepened, so did their connection with each other's families. Jennifer's teenage son, David Jr., began forming a bond with Common that felt natural and unforced. They connected over music, sports, and conversations that went beyond surface-level small talk. David wasn't just watching his mother date someone. He was watching her be genuinely happy, and that mattered. Common's daughter, Ame, publicly expressed happiness for her father as well. There was no tension, no rivalry, no discomfort. Instead, there was acceptance. Their families weren't being merged through obligation. They were blending through respect. Holidays were spent together. Birthdays were shared. Family dinners became routine. This wasn't a relationship being tested by reality. It was one being strengthened by it. By late 2023, fans noticed something subtle but undeniable about Jennifer. Her energy had changed. In interviews, she seemed calmer, more centered. Her laughter came easier. Her answers carried warmth rather than guardedness. She spoke more about gratitude, about peace, about feeling aligned. Her fashion choices softened, too, flowing fabrics, gentle colors, effortless elegance. Nothing dramatic, nothing forced, just comfort. Common mirrored that same shift. His interviews reflected a man grounded in emotional clarity. His words carried intention. His presence felt steady. People began to say the same thing over and over again. They look happy. And for once, it didn't feel performative. Behind closed doors, the relationship was evolving. What started as companionship was slowly becoming something deeper. Friends later shared that Jennifer and Common began having honest, intentional conversations about the future, not in a pressured way, but in a natural one. They talked about long-term partnership, about blending families, about emotional stability, about what legacy meant to them. They didn't rush those conversations. They let them unfold organically. Neither of them was chasing a timeline. They were listening to alignment. And somewhere in those conversations, a quiet decision began forming, not announced, not rushed, not public. A decision that would soon change everything. One of the reasons fans connected so deeply with Jennifer and Common's relationship was because it felt earned. They didn't fall into love recklessly. They arrived there after years of growth, reflection, and healing. Both had known heartbreak. Both had been misunderstood. Both had learned what didn't work. This wasn't love fueled by excitement alone. It was love rooted in understanding. Jennifer once wrote, "Love shows up when you're ready to receive it." Common responded, "We found each other in the right season." And that season was quietly preparing them for something even greater. As 2024 unfolded, rumors resurfaced. Fans began asking new questions. Were Jennifer and Common planning something bigger? Were they thinking about expanding their family? Why did Jennifer seem even more radiant than before? The couple stayed silent, but something had shifted. Jennifer's schedule suddenly adjusted. She skipped certain demanding performances. She appeared more selective with public appearances. Her glow wasn't just emotional anymore, it was physical. Common too carried a deeper sense of purpose. His words hinted at gratitude, at growth, at blessings. Still, no confirmation came. They weren't hiding. They were protecting something sacred. And then in early 2025, everything changed. There are moments in entertainment history that don't just trend, they resonate. Moments that pause the endless scroll, silence the noise, and make people feel something real. Jennifer Hudson's pregnancy announcement with Common was one of those moments. It didn't arrive with fanfare. There was no countdown, no press conference, no dramatic tease. Just one photograph, 2 sentences, and a wave of emotion that rippled across the world. Long before Jennifer officially confirmed anything, fans sensed a change. It wasn't loud. It wasn't obvious, but it was there. Jennifer's energy felt softer, more maternal. Her smile lingered longer during interviews. Her laughter carried warmth instead of guardedness. She spoke about gratitude with unusual depth. Her wardrobe began to shift, flowing dresses, layered coats, soft silhouettes, outfits that felt intentional, protective, and gentle. Fans noticed the small things. The way she briefly rested her hand on her stomach while laughing. The way she skipped certain physically demanding performances. The way her social media captions leaned into themes of love, timing, and blessings. Jennifer Hudson's fan base is fiercely observant, and they noticed everything. Meanwhile, Common's presence had changed, too. His interviews reflected a man carrying quiet joy. His tone softened. His words hinted at something sacred unfolding behind the scenes. Still, no one said anything publicly. Not yet. Then came the morning in early 2025. No warning, no build-up. Jennifer simply pressed post. Within seconds, the internet stood still. The photo showed Jennifer standing beside a sunlit window, wrapped in a flowing, cream-colored dress adorned with delicate lace. Her hair fell naturally, framing her face with effortless elegance. But what captured everyone's attention wasn't the styling. It was the unmistakable curve of her baby bump. Jennifer held her belly with both hands, gentle, proud, protective. Her face glowed with a serenity that words couldn't fully describe. The caption was short, simple, and powerful. "This journey is filled with love, light, and divine timing. Can't wait to meet our little king." That was it. 2 sentences, and the world exploded. Within minutes, the post went viral. Instagram struggled to keep up with the flood of engagement. Comments poured in faster than anyone could read them. Millions of likes appeared within hours. Hashtags began trending globally. Fans cried. Celebrities celebrated. Media outlets scrambled to confirm details. But this wasn't just excitement. It was emotion. People weren't reacting to a headline. They were reacting to Jennifer. They knew her story. They knew her strength. They knew her resilience. They knew the pain she had endured. They knew how carefully she guarded her heart. This announcement felt like a victory. Hollywood sees celebrity pregnancies all the time, but this one felt personal. Jennifer Hudson wasn't just announcing a baby. She was sharing a moment of healing. This pregnancy symbolized hope, timing, and love arriving exactly when it was meant to. For fans who had followed her journey from the beginning, it felt like watching someone finally receive the joy they deserved. And then there was Common. Fans immediately waited for his response. It didn't take long. Within hours, Common shared the same photo on his own social media, but with a different caption. "Blessed beyond measure. Grateful for this love, this journey, and this gift from God." Simple, grounded, honest. Then in true Common fashion, he added a poetic note. "In a world full of noise, we found our quiet. In a life full of seasons, we found our spring." The internet melted. Fans couldn't contain their reactions. Common is writing poetry. This man is in love. Protect this couple at all costs. This is what healed love looks like. This wasn't a performative response. It was presence. While the world celebrated publicly, Jennifer and Common were having an entirely different experience privately. Sources close to the couple revealed that they had known for some time, but chose to wait before sharing the news. They wanted to be sure. They wanted peace. They wanted to experience the early moments quietly. Jennifer reportedly cried tears of gratitude when she told her family, not fear, not anxiety, just gratitude. Common was there for every appointment, every ultrasound, every emotional moment. Friends described him as attentive, gentle, protective, and deeply present. He treats her like a queen, one source shared. Jennifer, in return, was glowing emotionally, physically, spiritually. Amid all the headlines and celebrity congratulations, one reaction stood out above the rest. Her son, David Jr., now 15, was overjoyed. Jennifer later shared that he cried tears of happiness when he learned he was going to be a big brother. He wanted to be involved. He wanted to help. He even started suggesting baby names with strong opinions. Jennifer laughed as she recalled it. He definitely has opinions. That moment reminded fans of what truly mattered. This baby wasn't entering a chaotic environment. This baby was entering a home filled with love. After the announcement, curiosity turned into excitement. One question dominated every conversation. Is it a boy or a girl? Fans analyzed everything: the wording of Jennifer's caption, the colors in her outfits, comments from interviews, the emojis they used. Someone even created a viral breakdown video explaining why they believed Jennifer was having a boy. Jennifer watched it all unfold with amusement. She let the theories fly, but she had her own plan. And when the time came, she would reveal the answer in a way that felt just as meaningful as the announcement itself. For days after Jennifer Hudson's pregnancy announcement, the world waited not impatiently, but lovingly. This wasn't curiosity driven by gossip. It was anticipation rooted in joy. Fans didn't want drama. They wanted to celebrate. And there was one question everyone shared: is it a boy or a girl? Jennifer knew the curiosity was there. She felt the warmth. She saw the theories. She read the messages filled with heart emojis, prayers, and blessings. But she didn't rush. Because for Jennifer Hudson, moments like this deserved intention. Jennifer didn't want a flashy reveal party or a staged social media stunt. She wanted something honest, something meaningful, something aligned with who she is. So she chose her words carefully, and she chose the moment with equal care. During an exclusive interview with a respected entertainment outlet, Jennifer finally shared the answer. The interviewer smiled and asked the question the world had been waiting for. And Jennifer, glowing with calm, placed her hands gently over her belly and said the words that instantly melted hearts. "It's a boy." Her smile said everything. Jennifer didn't stop there. She spoke openly about how the journey had made her feel, about how deeply grateful she was, about how peaceful this chapter felt. "We're beyond excited," she said. "Knowing we're bringing a little king into this world feels like a blessing." The phrase "little king" struck something emotional in fans. It wasn't about gender. It was about love, legacy, protection, and purpose. This wasn't just a baby announcement. It was a declaration of gratitude. The reaction was immediate. Fans flooded the comments with joy. "I knew it was a boy. A little king is coming. This baby is already so loved. Jennifer deserves this happiness." The joy wasn't just loud. It was heartfelt. People weren't celebrating a celebrity moment. They were celebrating a woman stepping into a chapter she had earned. Jennifer shared something that touched everyone. Her son, David Jr., was overwhelmed with emotion when he learned the baby was a boy. "He cried," Jennifer admitted softly, tears of joy. David wasn't just excited. He felt included. He felt trusted. He felt like part of something beautiful. Jennifer revealed that he had already begun imagining life as a big brother, helping, protecting, guiding. For fans, this confirmed something important. This wasn't just a blended family. It was a bonded one. For Common, this baby represents growth. He has spoken openly in the past about fatherhood, about the lessons, challenges, and responsibilities that come with raising a child. Now he was stepping into that role again, but with a deeper sense of emotional clarity. Those close to him say he is more present than ever, more reflective, more grateful, more intentional. Friends described him as preparing quietly, reading, planning, learning. This wasn't about public perception. This was about purpose. What made this moment resonate so deeply was the timing. Jennifer Hudson's life has not been easy. She has endured heartbreak that most people could never imagine. She has stood strong when the world expected her to break. And through it all, she never hardened. She healed. This baby is not replacing anything. It is expanding something, expanding love, expanding hope, expanding family. For fans who had followed her journey for years, this felt like a full circle moment. One of the most powerful aspects of this reveal was how calm it felt. No controversy, no defensiveness, just peace. Jennifer and Common didn't feel the need to explain themselves to the world. They shared what mattered and kept the rest sacred. That is perhaps the most beautiful part of their entire story. In a world that rewards noise, they chose quiet. In an industry that profits from chaos, they chose calm. And in doing so, they reminded everyone watching that the most meaningful moments in life are not always the loudest ones. They are simply the most real.